look like if we just removed what we think is the case, we remove the preconceptions, the habits from our minds, and we just started over.
The newest idea that came out of the Bay Area is revolutionizing the world's broken food system.
Our approach here is let's take the animal, the greenhouse gas emissions, the cages, out of the equation and replace it with a plant.
Investors include Bill Gates and the Founders Fund, the guys who started Napster and Facebook. Their first eggless product Hampton Creek is putting on the market is called Just Mayo. The chemistry works.
Smells like mayo. One has a lot less cholesterol.
Not a drop.
Not a drop. That's good.
You know, this was really all a theory for about 2 years. We did all this research, we screened through all these plants, and we didn't know if we could actually commercialize anything. And then about a year and 6 months ago, we sort of exploded on the market. And now you can find the work of Hampton Creek and the work of this awesome team everywhere from aisle 6 of 4,100 Walmarts around the world to the largest food service company in the world that serves 4,100 public schools, to Target, to Kroger, to even our friends at Whole Foods. But the place that I'm probably the proudest of out of all these places is the Dollar Tree. And things that we have in the pipeline that we're not working that hard on yet, but we know we're going to go after them, are malleable protein sources. You can imagine sort of building blocks that kids use that are also rich in micronutrients. Products that normally would require refrigeration that don't now, that are richer in protein, that are richer in different nutrients that are important for mental development. And
this is Soylent, a scientific-looking amalgam of protein, flour, vitamins, and minerals that first made waves as a crowd-funded project last year. A project whose goal was to straight-up replace food. Yet there's no joy to Soylent, only purpose. It's just cheap, nutritious liquid that dispenses with the entertainment and social aspect of eating and gets down to business. Subsisting on Soylent costs less than $10 a day. Of course, the first step to eating Soylent is getting it, and right now, that's very hard. It turns out that the promise of a mega-efficient, no-frills diet has a lot of people buzzing, and the hype has left the company with a backlog that runs several months long.
In the Gowanus Whole Foods at the Gotham Green section, this is the first commercially integrated greenhouse and supermarket. The greenhouse, in fact, is just upstairs on the roof. We're going to see where the food is grown, and we're going to talk to the founders about why they're built in Brooklyn.
I'm at City Winery, Chicago's only winery, and the hottest new restaurant and venue in Chicago's West Loop.
Michael Dorff, City Winery, New York, and now Chicago. And what we're going to do a lot here in Chicago is a very environmentally friendly way to serve wine. It's wine on tap. You know, basically, this wine has been in a barrel and then has been moved into stainless steel once it was finished, rather than go into bottle. Because we care about the temperature, we don't have to add sulfites and some preservatives the way you would if you put it into bottles. So it's very much a true expression of the flavor that one gets from the wine straight from the barrel.
Nestled in the hills above the town of Katsunuma, about 2 hours outside Tokyo, an unexpected sight, the vines of Grace Vineyard, run by the Misawa family for 90 years and devoted to Japan's native grape.
Kusha has very elegant smell, aromas like citrus, white flower, and very low in alcohol. And it's very crisp acidity, and just very charming wine.
Ayana Misawa and her father are at the forefront of a small but dedicated movement. They hope to build a global reputation for Japanese wines, especially Koshu.